And we're back. This is part 9 of my box 1 of my 45 collections. We're into the novelty comedy songs here, and you'll see this one is Bachman and Goodman, Flying Saucer the Second. Somewhere in my boxes I do have The Flying Saucer, the original. This is a sequel to. I recognize that one much better, remember it much better than this one. I do tend to remember Martian Melody, though. It is marked as the B-side, but I'm sure I probably listened to both sides back in the day. Then up next, we got the Randells on Chairman Records doing the Martian Hop. And this disc is definitely not in the greatest of shape. The B-side is Forgive Me Darling, I Have Lied. And this one would definitely need a good cleaning if I was going to listen to it. I don't know if you can really pick that up, but it was splattered with something and it's really dirty. So we definitely have to give that one a good cleaning before putting my needle to it. Nice sleeve there, Cap Records. I like that. That's pretty cool. And from them we got The Astronaut by Jose Jimenez. I'd say Jose Jimenez would probably be correct. The Astronaut, Part 1, and of course Part 2 is the B-side. Moving on Collectible Records, so that's clearly a reissue. They got anything on collectibles is a reissue. It's noted as the side A, so Shake Your Tail Feather by the Five Dutones. And on the B side, that's interesting. We had Divorce Court on the previous part 8, I believe, of this box. So it'll be interesting to compare those two versions and see how they differ. Now we've got one that's Burl Ives, The Voice of Christmas. If you like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer anyways. Big Rock Candy Mountain. I believe this was a huge hit for him back in the day. And it was originally on Decca. This is another one they've clearly noted it. It was originally released on Decca, but MCA had reissued it on this 45. And on the B-side, we got a double. We got number 1, Blue Tail Fly, and track 2, I'm Going Down the Road. I don't really see definition between the tracks. Maybe right there now, but it's interesting. It's got 2 songs in one with little to no definition, so maybe they just run right into each other. This is a really great song, I guess. I'm a big John Wayne fan. Of course, I have the movie Hatari, Baby Elephant Walk. That's a great instrumental song. They even noted it's instrumental on here, but if you know the song, you're perfectly aware that it's an instrumental. Fun song. I've got a lot of other novelty records too, like Popcorn and stuff that comes to mind, and we'll make our way to them eventually sometime. B-side of this, Bouillabaisse, I don't know it. Don't recognize that song. But it would be interesting to listen to. And now, that's a cool sleeve. Yeah, that side looks better. ERA Records, the finest sound and recorded music. Hollywood, California. And if you're a Doris Day fan, I believe this is an original of her doing Whatever Will Be, Que Sera Sera, which she even used as a theme song to her TV show. And on the B-side to that, I Gotta Sing Away These Blues. So I like Doris Day. She did a lot of good, funny movies. And, not so much a fan of her music, but she could sing. She was a singer, not a wailer, like a lot of them these days seem to just screech and wail. And now we're going with some funny disco stuff. Play That Funky Music, White Boy by Wild Cherry. Yeah, heard this song more than once or twice back in the day. 1976, that's right in the heyday of disco. Where I grew up, we had 3 record stations. We had a rock station, a country station, and a gospel station. And oh, did I hate disco, because when disco came in, they switched over from rock to disco, and if you wanted to hear rock and roll, you had to go buy it. Part of the reason why I ended up with such a big 8-track tape collection. Albums, yes, but 8 tracks I liked because you could just put it on and it would play, play, play over and over and over. Nobody liked the way it split tracks sometimes, but it was nice to have that continuous play of the entire release and not just one side. But anyways, the B-side of this Wild Cherry is The Lady Wants Your Money. Which one don't? No complaints on that, please. I'm just being lighthearted here. Ohio Players, Love Roller Coaster. Yeah, this is definitely more disco, but it's kind of a joke, so it fits in with the novelty comedy records. Got a little buff mark there, but it's really not a deep scratch, so it'd probably play just fine. It's All Over. Don't know that song. And then this one, I couldn't sing it to you, but I do recognize the title. Couldn't have told you who did it either. Nigel Olsson with Dancing Shoes. And on the B-side of that, Living in a Fantasy. So don't recognize that song. And so this one probably technically not comedy either, but it was a comedy movie, and we got Dolly Parton here doing 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, yeah. And what did she put on there as a B-side? Sing for the Common Man. Okay, alright. Clearly noted as the B-side. I would have easily suspected that, since you know the one song, you don't know the other. And this is borderline comedy, not comedy, excuse me, country too. A lot of people consider it pop, and I didn't mind John Denver so much. But yeah, he was a little more folksy, I would say. But he definitely kind of fell into the country and western crowd more than the rock crowd, that's for sure. But Sunshine on My Shoulders is a good song. I like it. Here they say it's taken from his greatest hits album. If you look that up, you'll find out that he re-recorded a lot of the songs from his greatest hits. So that one's probably a second recording. That's probably not the original recording they originally did, but it might be the one that you heard on the radio and continue to hear on the radio. B-side there is Around and Round from Poems, Prayers, and Promises. And next up, we got one that I don't recognize. But what a really cool kind of logo there for that company. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Aerolia, I don't know. But Amy Stewart doing Knock on Wood. Says it's the side A, so that's why I know it's the side A. B-side is When You Are Beautiful. And next up, we're getting into a bunch of them here at the end of the box. This is going to be the wrapping up the box here, because I might end up missing a few, but we'll just carry them over to the next box. But I don't know any of the rest of the next of these. The Marmalade doing Rainbow, and a B-side. Sounds like some kind of a novelty song. The Ballad of Cherry Flavor. Not familiar. And next up, we've got Ned Miller, Parade of Broken Hearts. And that was the B-side. I got this one backwards. Clearly marked as the A here. From a Jack to a King. Still, don't recognize either song, so it doesn't really matter if I got the A and B mixed up, but it is marked A and B, so I should have done better than that. And here we've got Arthur Connolly, You Don't Have to See Me. On the B side of that, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, which I recognize as a Bill Haley song. Bill Haley in the Comets back in the 50s. But who knows? Titles get reused. They're often not copyrightable, so they get reused time and time again. And then here, Bette Midler. Can't say I'm a huge Bette Midler fan, but I did like a lot of the movies that she did, and this was a particularly good song, from Beaches, which was a good movie. And the B-side on that, Oh Industry. Not familiar. So we've got just a couple more here. I'm going to squeeze them in real quick before we wrap up this episode. Because we got Debbie Boone doing You Light Up My Life, which is definitely not a song I like. 1977. I remembered. I know it. They played it to death on the radio, but nah, I wouldn't have bought it if I was buying them individually. B-side on that, Hasta Mañana. Okay. And the last one here, believe it or not, we finished box 1, and that would be Edwin the Star with War. And on the B side of that was He Who Picks a Rose. He who picks a rose. Alright, so that's box 1 of my 45 collection. I did leave out the picture sleeves because we'll collect those up and we'll do a video of just picture sleeves. But out of this box, there was only 6. So we will get to those another day.